you seen these before? I was with Roger a couple of weeks ago. We were up at a place called Spruce Mountain, another open space in Douglas County. And there are a lot of culturally modified trees like this up there. This is what the Native Americans did to a lot of these trees for trail markers, spiritual reasons, different things like that. This particular type of tree is called a burial tree. Does not necessarily mean that someone's buried around here, but it's probably in honor of someone's life. And what they did when these trees were fairly young, they would use rope made out of yucca, and they would stake these trees down. And there's probably right in through here the ligature marks where they staked this tree down. And you can see right here where they actually took a rock or a hatchet or something and cut the fibers of the tree to make it bend easier. And over here, this is called the primary trunk. What they would do was remove the bark from that trunk, and that kills the growth on that part of the tree. But the tree is not going to die, so it will continue to grow up like this. And this is an exceptional tree right here because it's got a bark peel also. A lot of times they would peel the bark from the trees and they would use that for food or medicine. Cambium inside the bark is real nutritious at a certain time of the year. And they might even use it for waterproofing baskets and stuff like that too. But the Ute Indians were the primary tribe around this area. And Tava was kind of their birthplace, what they believed. And that's what they call Pikes Peak, Tava, T-A-V-A. And of course it's right up there. A lot of trees you'll find are actually pointing toward Tava. The Cherokee Trail is out east of town. It connects the Santa Fe Trail from down around Trinidad to the trail in Wyoming, and I've been out there several times, and you can actually stand in the ruts where the wagons, the horses, and all that stuff went through there. And there's a lot of trees out there. It looks kind of like Tree Disneyland. These trees were on drugs or something because a lot of them are like this, but even a lot more exotic. Like there's 3 or 4 trees lined up pointing the way on the trail. It's out on Meridian. Are you familiar with the Black Forest area? Meridian is the road. What's that?
I thought you were talking Wyoming. That's why.
Oh yeah, the trail, the Cherokee Trail connects the two from Santa Fe into Wyoming. And it goes through that area. It goes through Cherry Creek, goes on up through it. You know, I don't really know. I think they named it after my clan. I'm about that much Cherokee, so maybe they said, hey, we need to cut him some slack. I don't really know. I know the Cherokee came out here, but they did. Yeah. What's that?
They're an eastern tribe.
They are. Yeah, Cherokee Trail of Tears. But yeah, that's what the name of the trail is. And Jonathan! But anyway, hopefully soon there's going to be a little blurb coming out of CMC, either in the Trails and Timberline or maybe some other way that Brittany told me they might be able to get it out there. But anyway, that's my little story about the trees. You know, that's another interesting thing that we found out. I've been working with a guy named John Anderson. He has written a couple of books now, and there was a housing development going up over my area, and we went out there and visited with the president of Classic Homes and the foreman on that job, and a lot of the archaeologists, the state archaeologists, they do not believe these trees are old enough, because they have to be about 130, 140 years old. You were put on the reservation in the 1880s. And so there was an old dead tree out there, and it was less than a foot in diameter, about 20 foot tall, all twisted and snarled. And he let me cut that tree down. And what we get out of the trees to do the dendrodology, count the rings under a microscope, that cookie, as we call them, it's a little thin, about less than 3-inch piece of the stump right above the ground, 11 5/8 inches in diameter. It was 360 years old.
Wow.
Was it a lodgepole or a ponderosa?
It was ponderosa. And what we've also found out is when these trees are like this, one thing the archaeologists were doing was they were coring these trees. When these trees are bent, your pith is going to be right up there toward the top of that tree. All the growth rings are going to be underneath, supporting the growth. And I don't know, were any of y'all at that program last month?
Yeah.
You were, okay. You saw the little pieces that we passed around,
Yeah.
John passed around, showing the pith up here, off center. So there's really no way you can core a tree to get an accurate age if it's bent like that. A straight tree like this,
You could core the vertical part.
you probably can, and then you can calculate how much growth is in the other section there.
Well, I mean, it's the same rings in the vertical as it is in the...
Well, there are more rings down here.
I think so.
You not?
Yeah, well, there is, because so what becomes a dominant was a branch, so it's got its own head. So the main trunk
You're right about that.
has a heartwood, and when it bends, this one has a different one. So depending on when that branch started growing in the age of the tree,
Yeah.
and then became the center. So it's like if we took this tree